Hello, welcome to another episode of Bot and Back. Today we're doing Mecha Invasion GLA-04 Tipper, aka longhaul. So let's get started. As you can see, we got a big boy here. This might be my favorite alt mode of the set. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to take this part here, this piece of the trailer, fold it in. And then this part here will also come loose. You also want to fold the wheel up. This will also untab here. And then we want to turn the whole thing around until it bumps up against this little piece here. That's where you want it to stop. And then you can bring this around to the other side, and we'll do the same thing on this side. Fold this in. Untab the wheels, and I think this is a fuel tank, and then we want to pull it out a little bit here and then spin it around until it stops at that little nub there. Okay, now we want to take the legs and untab them. Actually, let's turn him over first. Pull this piece out here, unfold that, and we can just pull the gun out. That's where the gun stores. Let's close that again. Now let's go to the other side, and we can pull the legs apart, and we're going to pull them down a couple of clicks. Then we can pull out the feet like this, but then turn the feet down like that. So we have the feet done there. Now let's start focusing a little bit on, well, next thing you want to do actually, fold these in. And they will tab softly into the legs. Now let's focus on the upper body. So the first thing that we want to do is untab these wheels on both sides. And then we want to pull this entire part out like so, and we can actually fold him all the way up like that. I'm going to fold these wheels in, and there's actually 2 slots here and 2 tabs here, and you can push those into that, so it's pretty secure. Now we want to unfold this entire section like so. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we're going to want to rotate the waist. Now to do that, I'm going to suggest you take this section here and rotate it around just for now, because that makes it much easier to turn the waist around. If you don't do that, then these bottom bits here, they're going to get in the way of the upper legs. So twist this whole thing up like so, and then it makes it much easier to turn that around. In fact, one more thing, sorry, before you do that, make sure this piece here is up so that it does not swing around with it. Only this bottom part should swing around, and then let's rotate this back around again where it's supposed to be. That just makes the waist rotation much easier. So now that we've done that, let's move on to the arms. We want to untab this here, and then we want to bring this arm up, bring this piece here up here. We want to close this panel in. We can move this all the way down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Untab that a little bit. Bring this arm up. Bring this up. And bring this panel in. And then bring that shoulder down. And then all you need to do is just turn the biceps and bring the arm down and just position it however you like how it looks. And we are almost done. All right, so what we want to do is pull these wheels out of the way, take this part here, and we're going to pull it back and over his little backpack here. And then we close these, and there's going to be these two little slot areas on the wheels that will go over this little ridge here. It's not the most secure connection, but it will stay. It does come loose a little bit easily. That's only one of the few complaints I have about this figure. So the last thing you want to do for robot mode is let's center up this piece here. Now it can be easily mistaken that this is for his crotch, but it is not. This is actually the crotch for the combined mode. So what you do is you want to pull these two parts out, pull this all the way up, and there's a slot here and a tab here. Those go right on there. Now you want to fold these over. Oh, that slot came out. Fold these over and bring them in, like so. And then you have his chest, and then you can just fold this up. And then you simply take his gun, put it in his hand, and there we go. We have our complete robot mode. And I love this guy. He's chunky and cool. Of all the different iterations of the Constructicons of Long Haul, this is my favorite. Usually they're very chunky and kind of awkward. This guy's still a big boy, but I think he looks good. He looks stylized. So that's him. The other thing that you can do, as with all these figures, the weapons have a magnet in them, and you can tap them against the side of his head. Like so. And voila. Now something that was frustrating to me is that the magnet is in this area here. It takes a bit, and you gotta touch just the right part for it to activate, and it takes some doing. And I don't know why, if the plastic's just too thick, that it has trouble seeing it. But if you do it just right, it will light up. So hopefully that will save you some headaches, save you from some headaches that I had. So now let's put him into his combined mode, and as with everyone else, this weapon will combine with the other weapons when we make the final combination of Devastator. So let's put that aside and let's work on his combined mode. Now the first thing we want to do is we want to go back to his chest. You want to untab it. Actually, untab these bits, bring this out. And this can stay down here for now. Next thing we want to do, move the camera up. The next thing that we want to do is take this part here, unfold the wheels, and take this part and fold the head back down, like so. Then we want to put the arms back in position that they were before. So let's start with this arm. We're going to move it up like this and bring it in so that this tab goes into that slot. Now, one thing, I'll get to it. So the next thing you want to do is take this panel, pull it out, fold it up, and then this part here, you want to rotate it so that's down. Now this until probably a couple days ago, and I've had this figure for over a week, and I just realized why I've had so much trouble with this, and you probably will, and you'll probably have some trouble with this too. When I fold this, it just will not, oh, of course it does it when I'm on camera. Did it right away. Normally, when I fold this, I have trouble getting it to go all the way up. And the reason I finally found out, and if you can see this, there is, here, let's pull this out. See this part sticking out here? That needs to go underneath of here. I didn't know that. And you need to kind of push up to make that clearance happen so that it goes in like that. Before, it was getting stuck above that, and I just could not get that to go up. That's what my problem has been, and so hopefully that will save you guys from some headaches. So now it goes in just, oh, sorry, that untabbed. Now it goes in just fine. So that's what you really want to focus on. I hope that made sense. And then you want to bring this part down. In fact, I should have done this first. Bring this part down so that tabs in there. Let's do it in the right order on the other side. So let's do that again. We're going to bring this around, bring that up so it tabs in. Like that. Let's turn the arm, bring this panel around, turn this all the way around. Bring this down first, that's what I forgot to do. Then make sure that that goes underneath of the part here. The part that's right there. I hope you could see that. And it'll all slot together if you do it correctly. Let's put that in there. So there we go. We got the arms back in. Now, the next thing we want to do is let's take this part and twist it around so that this is up. Now let's look at the legs. So for the legs, the first thing that we want to do is we want to bring this up, turn it, the whole thing, around like that, and then bring it back down. Now you see the difference between the two sides now after I did that? This is more extended than this side. That's what you want to do for the combined mode so the legs are farther apart. Then you want to take this and you want to turn it 180. Let's do that again. All the way up with that. Turn it, holding it here, not down here. You might accidentally only twist it there if you hold it there. Let me start over. So we're going to turn this. Don't turn it. Don't hold it here, or else it might only turn here. Hold it up here. Turn it all the way around. Bring it down. Again, see how it's more extended, and then we want to turn this part around. And then the next thing we want to do, you want to bring this piece farther down, and we're going to rotate the waist again. Like so. And now that we've rotated the waist, let's flip this up just a little bit. We want to turn him around. We want to unfold these wheels and take this gas tank, fold it in. Leave it out though. Same thing with this side. Untab that, bring that gas tank in. Leave it out. Let's turn him around again. So with this leg, we're going to try to get it to unhinge. It can be a little tricky. There, we got it. Unhinge it and then bring it up to there and then push it in again. There, now it's in. That's how it should be. And then let's go back and let's close the wheel in, and it'll do a soft tab into there. Let's do the same thing with the other side. Finagle this so it comes loose. There we go. And bring it up and get it pushed in there. Turn it around, close the wheel. And now you just take his footsies and you want to move them back like so. Both sides. Like that. Now let's focus on the upper bit. Make sure these wheels are closed. Bring this up, and then you pull these out. And this is one of the coolest parts of this figure. And it's just one of the examples of how he has no parts forming at all. This chest piece in almost every other figure is something that's separate. You can use it as wings as for some of the alt modes, but here it's all built right in. So the last thing that we want to do, and a lot of people miss this, you can take this piece here, and it's got a bit of a double hinge. Take this bit, bring it up to about here, and then push it in. You got to finagle it a bit. But if you mess with it, you'll find that this will go up flush against his waist. A lot of people mistransform it, and they leave it way down here. That's not where you want it. You want it to actually be up here. And see, it doesn't always want to do it just right. You won't actually, what I do is I actually will push onto this piece, if you can see it, and I'll bring this up and then fold it up a little bit and then bring it down and then push up here. It's just, it takes some work, some messing with, but you can get it to go like that, and that's how it should be. So that is everything for him. I am already seeing that when we do the combined mode version, I'm going to have to figure out another camera setup for this because he's just so tall right now. I can't even show you everything. What I can do is just take my phone and go back and just show you. There he is. Let me focus. So there he is in all his glory. And this is how he's going to combine. So now let's take him the other direction and transform him back into a robot. All right, I'm going to hold him sideways. So we'll fold these pieces in. We're going to undo this a little bit. You don't have to undo it all the way right now. Let's bring this crotch piece down a bit. Actually, let's leave it up. Let's leave it up like this because we're going to undo this again. Let's bring his feet down first. Let's bring this, undo this, and bring it down. Oh, I did a big boo-boo. Nope. First, undo the wheels. Fortunately, they came undone themselves. Now undo this. Come on, baby. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. And just slide it down and get it to go in nice and secure. Same thing for the other side. Slide it down. Push it in nice and secure. Let's turn it around. Unfold the gas tank. Fold that in. Unfold the gas tank again on this side. Also make sure that this is positioned so it's right up against this little nubbin here, this little post. Make sure it stops there so it's in the correct position so that when you bring it in, it will tab correctly. So there we are. Let's also do the leg thing. Actually, no, first thing we want to do is turn these around here. Both sides. Let's bring this up. Do the 180. Bring it down. Bring this up. Do the 180. Bring it down. And turn the waist, including this part here. Keep this guy with it when we turn the waist. All right, we got his legs. Let's move on to the arms. Okay, one more thing before we get started with the upper body. Make sure that you rotate this around like that. Makes it much easier and gives more clearance. So untab, pull this up, close this plate, bring this up, and then you can turn this all the way down, and you can turn the bicep. You got one arm. Same for the other side. Pull this up. Bring this panel in. Bring this up. Oh, I guess you don't need to untab it first. You can do it second as well. And you can rotate this bicep. And then you got both of your arms. Now let's go around to the back. Let's bring this down. Again, there's these two slots and these two tabs. You want those to connect. Like that. Let's bring the wheels out. So when we bring this guy over it, we do that. And then we can, oops, see the wheel was closed again. That got in the way. So bring this down over that. And the wheels will tab over that lip. And the last thing we need to do is, just to make it easier, let's pull both of these forward. Bring this up, tab it in, fold these two down, and then bring these both in. Like so. And there we go, we're back to robot mode again. He can hold his gun, pew pew bang bang. And now, finally, let's take him back to his alt mode. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is bring these guys in. Bring that out. Bring the whole thing down. Now, pull the wheels out. Bring this forward so the head goes in. Like that. Now, we do the opposite with the arms from what we did last time. Actually, let's take this and just move it back a little bit, give us some space. So we're going to tab that in to there. I'm going to rotate this way. We want to close this panel. We want to bring this down. Then we want to bring the arm down. Same thing for the other side. Up. Oh, this wasn't tabbed in. There we go. Oh, crumb. I don't know if that was there before. We have a paint scratch. That's unfortunate. Oh, he's a Constructicon. They get dirty. So let's open this panel and bring it around. Let's turn the arm this way. Bring this down. We bring the arm up. Like so. There we go. Now, let's open that up. We want to actually bring this piece down, and then this piece goes down. The next thing we want to do is, like we did last time, here, to rotate this around for easy clearance. Let's bring this up because we want this to stay here, and rotate the waist. And then let's rotate this back again. Let's bring this down. Let's pull the wheels out, like so. And let's put them together with these little tabs there. Now we're going to take this and we're going to fold. I want you to hold on to it here. I'm going to fold this up. And then this piece, this part will just fit right into there real nicely. Then what we want to do is we probably want to bend at what were his knees a couple of clicks. Want to take his feet and rotate them up like that so you can see this warning stripes. Same thing for the other side. And then make sure you push him up all the way. Then you bring his feet in. Actually, this was a mistake. We shouldn't have clicked these down all the way yet. We want to do this first. And then we can click the legs up at the knees a little bit, probably about that much. And then what we want to do is take this part here, rotate it all the way around, and you'll know if you bent him at the knees correctly is if this matches up, and it actually does not. So we want to bring these up one more. Now this matches up. Now that'll click in. If it doesn't, it's because these need to be pushed up a little bit more at what were his knees. So this should now fit on the other side when we rotate it. It should fit in. And then we bring this out. Oh, let's undo. And this can bring this out and it will slot in. There's a hole that this little tiny post will go in. Same for the other side. And then these will just fold down. There's a tab here, it goes into a slot here. And same thing, there's 2 tabs here and 2 slots here. Those softly click in. Same thing for the other side. It kind of did it itself almost. And then the last thing we want to do, fold the wheels out as far as they will comfortably go. And we fold this around and underneath until it is flush. And then you just click the wheels into the sides here. There's like a little tab here and there's a little slot in there that it'll tab into. And then the very last thing that we can do is you pull this up, take the gun. So there is a tab at the end of the gun, as you can see, and there is a slot in here. You want the handle and the magazine of the gun to go towards the robot, and you just fit it in here, and you make sure that that little tab goes into the slot. Am I doing it wrong? No, I'm not doing it wrong. Make sure the tab goes into the slot. There we go. Now it's in there. And then you just close this. And now, and it's cool because it looks like it's an exhaust pipe or a tailpipe, which I really like. So now we have completed our journey from alt mode to robot mode to torso and all the way back. And again, I love this dump truck. I love this figure. I love this set. So we only have one more to go. We just have to do Hook in the next video. And then we'll do the combined mode video. And I hope these have been helpful for you in helping you to transform your figures. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and bye-bye. Hello. We have a bonus feature for this video. So for most of these videos I've been doing from alt mode to bot mode to combined mode and back. I was just messing around with this guy for fun, and when I had him in his combined torso mode, I came up with a bit of a fan mode. So what a fan mode is when a fan fiddles with their transformer and they come up with another mode that was not intended by Hasbro or whoever created the toy. So what I came up with is this. It's very simple. You just take the combined mode like so. Let's put him down on the ground here. I'll move the camera. So what I do is I just take the wheels, I pull them out, and I pull this back so that the wheel can just be like that. Same thing for the other side. Let's pull this back, pull the wheel out. There we go. Then I just simply take these little crotch pieces do that with them. Let's get a little closer so you can see a little better. See what I'm doing there? And then I just take this, and you can tweak this however you like, but so what I think this looks like, and I feel like it is a actually pretty cool representation of, it's kind of like a vehicle, like a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, and I think it's pretty cool. So that's my little bonus feature fan mode that maybe you will enjoy and can turn your figure into. Now I kind of want to go back to the other figures and see what I can come up with that. I'm almost tempted to mess with the arms and pull them out and see what I can do with it, but I don't know. I feel like, oh, I forgot to leave that out. I feel like he's actually pretty good. I actually posted this on the Transformers subreddit and some other places, and people were really kind of impressed by it, saying I didn't even realize that was just the torso mode with a few slight tweaks. So there you go, fan mode, another vehicle mode. Looks kind of Cybertronian. I think it's cool. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching again, and bye bye. So we have only one more to go. We're going to do long haul next, and then so we only have one more to go. We're going to do. I'm losing my mind.